Greetings and welcome. This is Luke Smith, Rural Vacant Land, where we have easy, cheap land. I've got another property I'd like to show you today. This one is oceanfront property in Humboldt County, California. That's Northern California, a couple hours drive north of San Francisco. I think this is the first oceanfront property that we've had on the website, so I think that's a neat milestone to see. It's about a fifth of an acre, and it's got paved road, power line, sewer, and water lines to the property. So you don't have to build much of anything. Just hook into what's there. You build the house and go for it. Let's go into the computer and take a look. So here we go. We're on my website, ruralvacantland.com, and I'm asking $44,999 for this one. And we'll take a look at the market. I'll show you how I think that price is quite well justified. If you wanted to go for this one after looking at it and everything, there's a buy it now button. You click on that. It's $500 down, and then you can wire cash, cashier check, whatever the rest of the funds. I got this one through a title close, so we got title insurance on it. If you wanted to take it through title close, I'd be willing to do the paperwork on that and roll over the title insurance. I pay for taxes, recording fees, and that kind of stuff. I just ask that you pay for the title work cost of it. So this is saying elevation is 420 feet. GPS taxes about $370 a year on this one. So here, let's go to the GPS and open it up and take a look at where we're at. So it's loading. So here's Shelter Cove. This whole neighborhood is Shelter Cove. There's like 4,500 lots in this neighborhood. There's a road here that goes back out to the 101. If we change this over to a map, you could probably see that. So it goes up a ways. Here's the 101. This property, I think, is the neatest part of this property is that it's like front row. So here's the boat launch down here. There's the airport. Here's there's like restaurants, hotel kinds of stuff down here. The beach, the main beach is like if you take this route over here. So you could take your golf cart over there, or your bike, get an electric bike and go zipping up and down the hills. You cruise there to the beach. You could take your boat around the corner here down to the boat launch, go launch a boat right in front of the house. So let's see if we can do some 3D action. So this is there's a cul-de-sac, people parking their boats on this street. Here's the power lines, and let's see if we can see the view. So look at that. You're gonna be here at the end of the street, and then just looking out straight at the ocean. And there's another street over here, another street over here, but it's like straight, wide open views of the ocean. See if I can get that to work. I'm not sure if you see the boat launch or not from there. Maybe at that level it might be cut off. So the wind's going to be coming kind of out of this direction most of the time. So these guys down here are going to be right into the face of it. This might be a little more hidden from the wind, but not, I mean, you're still going to be in it. You're going to be seeing this whole area because of the topography. And then if we look down the coast this way, let's see if I can get this to work. Yeah, so if you look down the coast this way, you can probably see this coastline going down, down, down. This is all the Kings Range National Forest. So all these mountains here are just protected. Nobody's going to build on these. It's just wilderness area. It's just gorgeous coastline with water crashing into the rocks and the hills. Probably makes one heck of a noise. Put you to sleep. People pay for that kind of noise to go to sleep, right? You just get it naturally rolling up the hills. Let's see. Well, zooms out a lot. But that's the hillside. Like if you're out in a boat looking in, you know, it's over here on the ridge of the hill looking down at the water. This northern part here is all Kings Range too. It's all national forest. So let's take a look at the market. I pulled up, well, first let's look at this one, then we'll look at the market. I pulled so here's some lot lines. You can see it's the end of the cul-de-sac there. So I pulled this up on realtor.com. Realtor.com had a good map of different prices in the area. I looked at a bunch of different websites. This one seemed to be the best for this area. So the property would be here. Here's Cove Point. Here's Cove Point East, West. It's, what's the name of it? Well, it's not working. Let's go back to here. Because I also wanted to do street view. So let's zoom in on that as well. And then we'll go to the market. Sorry, I keep delaying the market. I think the market's the most exciting part because there's like crazy numbers in the area. Okay. So, Cove Court. So check this boat out. I don't know. Maybe I'm distracted, but I always look at boats. I'm like, okay, this looks like a walleye boat from the Midwest, built in Minnesota or something. That's not really for the ocean, but some people will take it in the ocean. It's got a trolling motor on the front. Maybe they take it to different lakes, not really the ocean. So here's just a basic house. Telephone pole. Transformer. This looks like something you go run off into the waves with. A more ocean friendly boat. What's going on with this driveway? Does anyone use it? That looks like they closed that place up for the winter or something. Yeah, but there's a neighbor. As we get out towards the end, you start seeing the ocean. Here's a neighbor, I think a propane tank, so that no gas lines in the area. You probably get propane delivered for gas. Nice big deck. Look at that big deck. I love to see big decks. Kind of a ghetto fence, but whatever. They've got gates, gated driveways. Power lines stretch into the house. Big views of the ocean. It's another neighbor over here. Big views of the ocean. Another neighbor over there. Big ocean views. People building out here on the end. So this would be the property. Can't see over the edge so much, but this is where you could build. You know, hug that hill and build, looking out over the ocean, with nobody between here and the water. No one can build between here and the water. It'd just be you. No one's gonna block your view. Just a bunch of trees in the area. So let's go to the market. So here we go. So Cove Point, Cove East, Cove over here is Cove Court. So it's on Cove Court. I mean, here's 20 grand, but that's like, you know, a couple streets back. It might not even have a view. I mean, here's 20 grand here. I didn't see this one before. It might be the same one. Oh, it's sold. Well, that doesn't work. But I wanted the front row ones. Let's see if we can get back to that map. So here's front row, 450 grand, 475. Here's 75 for second row. Let's see what that is. I think you're right next to the airport, though. Do you really want to live right next to the airport? I don't think this is a view from the property because it's on the second street. So this is like walking over and then looking over the edge. This one doesn't really tell you much of anything about it. It's Lower Pacific Drive, but this Lower Pacific Drive is really nice looking area. Yeah, so you're on the second row, a couple streets in between. I think there's even a restaurant and stuff in between there and the water. So that picture is not really representative of what you're going to see from the property. It's loading. Then here's some more second row. But these are right on the airport. These are a couple ways back. Here's 100 grand, 290 grand. Here's front row, 875. That's with a house on it. Front row with the house on it, 875. Look, they're on the cliff, views off all over the place, looking at the Pacific Ocean. This is what people want. It's a nice setup. Got their pool table on the top. So look at those views. I mean, just beautiful, right? But $875,000 for the house and the land. I mean, I guess you could go make down payment on one of these and start making payments for the rest of your life instead of just paying off some land and then going to work on it. Let's get out of here. So I think just north of here is a property front row for $100,000. Well, this one isn't front row either. It's second row, huh? I mean, gorgeous views looking off at the King's Range there and the ocean. Looks like a beautiful area. There's Abalone Point, so that's there's a good parking spot. There's fire meter, people's boats. That's up the hill somewhere looking down at the village. Let's look at that. So this would be, so here's the boat launch. The house would be over here from these people's, or this property that we're selling, or I'm selling, is over here looking down at this. This is way up the hill more. Let's go back. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no front row lots for sale, really. I mean, they're all like second row or back in a ways, or if you look at the whole neighborhood, you get stuff that's way cheaper, way up the hill. But that's not what this one is. This one is front row. I mean, it's like right here, front row, looking down at the water. So feel free to take a look. I'm open to owner finance. Go figure it out. Go see if that's the right property for you. I pulled up the Shelter Cove government, community website. Looks like a pretty sweet kids park. My kids would love playing at that. They've got information, all kinds of information about the neighborhood. So if you want to learn about the neighborhood, go to this website. I put a link in the listing. So it's Shelter Cove. So here's back to my website, ruralvacantland.com. And in the description, there's a link, sheltercove-ca.gov. And it'll take you to this one. On that website, I found a map. Maybe I can make this bigger. Found a map of where the sewer line is. And so here's the airport. Here's all those other houses, properties we're just looking at. Excuse me. Here's the Shelter Cove West, Shelter Cove, or Shelter, whatever. Cove West, Cove East. You're looking down at the Cove, right? And then Cove Court. So Cove Court's here in the middle. Cove Court's the only one that's got the sewer line that goes out to the end. These other ones didn't put the sewer lines out down these roads. So even if you get out to the ends of these roads, there's no sewer lines. So if you look at these ones on the map, there's not as much development going on here and here. And someone built over on this side, but they didn't build on this side. This is where this lot is. You can build off on this side. So I think that makes it quite attractive there as well, because it's on the sewer line with all the other utilities. Front row, like look at this front row. The front row up here. This is it. This is like the only undeveloped spot left. I mean these aren't really so much front row down here anymore. A lot of this front row is commercial, like commercial stuff going on, and then you've got this row down here looks beautiful. You're looking at the rocks and the ocean and stuff, and you're more ocean level. Up here you're a couple 400 foot off the ocean. Down here you're maybe 50 or 100 foot off the ocean, but you get the wind and the waves are right in your face. You get a tsunami, this is where it's going to hit. Still, I'm not begging on it. It's still a beautiful place to be. And so these are the like $100,000 kind of front row lots. I'm asking $45,000 or $44,999 over here for a front row lot around the corner. So you might have some other front row lots up here with the sewer line. I'm not so familiar with the lots along this one. This is where the beach access is. So this would be closer to the beach. That'd be nice too. So I pull up the connection fees. This is as of July 1st, 2014. So this is like 4 years ago that they updated this. Sorry I'm yawning. It's really early in the morning here. Residential property. We just had the time change. I was just looking at the clock. It's like almost 8 o'clock. We just had the time change. It's almost 7 o'clock really. So water, your standard 3/4 meter kind of thing. Capacity charge, connection fee total. So they're charging you 11 grand to hook into the water. Sewer, they're charging you $11,000 to hook into the sewer too. Those are very similar numbers so I've seen in other neighborhoods in Northern California. Electricity seems a little high. $11,550 to hook into electricity. Probably still cheaper than building a solar system that would cover the kinds of electricity for a today's normal household. But I'd start looking at solar more and more. So I pulled up the webcams of the area. This is 8 in the morning. Right after time change, and we're kind of cloudy here down the coast too. I'm like second row or third row off the ocean in Southern California. This property is going to be front row off the ocean in Northern California, and you can see the ocean doesn't look too stirred up today there. If you go to the website, you can get these cameras. The Shelter Cove website. Shelter Cove webcams. There it is. It's a good looking ocean. It makes me want to put a wetsuit on, mask and snorkel, and go look for some life under those rocks. I'm assuming there's abalone all over the place. Probably, I don't know if there's lobster in there or not. Let's see what some of these other cameras look like. Oh, there you go. Is that the sun reflecting off a boat, maybe? So this looks north, looking up the coast. It's a little foggy out there this morning. Click on the image to toggle a clear day reference image. Let's see. Oh, so there's a clear day. Looking out at the ocean. Waves rolling in. There's right now. A little foggy. Let's see what some of these other southeast, little fog rolling through. Looks like someone blocked out their house. This is the airport, so I think the property would be up here around the corner. Nice healthy looking green grass, trees. There's the ocean. Let's see what that looks like. Reference image. That doesn't match up at all. Maybe that one's not working. It's not working. Okay, but you get the idea. So if you want to buy this one, there's a buy it now link. I mean, feel free to call, ask questions, go take a look at it, pull it up on your phone, click the GPS here in your phone, and it'll give you driving directions to go look at this property. See if it's the right one for you, see if you want to make that one work. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if I can help. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. If you want to see more videos like this about other properties I have, please hit the subscribe button. But in the meantime, feel free to go take a look at the property and see if this is the right one for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com.